crafty peeps, it's Megan from Cluttered Craft. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this simple friendship bracelet using a DIY loom. And what you're going to want to do is take a piece of cardboard and cut out a circle. I used the backing to a paper pad and then a lid to a candle jar, but you can use like a glass or a small bowl or something, and then you're going to want to cut that out, and then you'll want to mark the center of your loom and then mark out 8 sections, and then you're going to want to cut along the lines about 1/2 inch towards the center. If you cut all the way in, then you're just going to cut apart the cardboard, and you don't really want that. And then I also cut little triangles by each slit so that the embroidery floss will be easier for it to go in and out of the slits so it won't catch. And then once you're done that, you're going to want to make a hole in the center where you marked it. And this is just a random dentist pick that my dad had. So I'm just using that to make the initial hole, and then I try to use this knitting hook to make the hole bigger, but it wasn't big enough, so I just went in with my scissors to make it a little bigger. And then for the embroidery floss, I went with different shades of blue and then white. And you need 7 pieces, and I initially cut 13 inches, but it was a little small for my wrist, so I will probably use between 16 to 20 so that you can also have extra thread so you can tie it off. And like I said, you're going to need 7 pieces. Even though there's 8 slits on a loom, it's so that you can cross over the string. You always need to have at least one open slit, and you'll see why in a moment once I get the thread all cut out. I didn't have enough blue to have 7 separate pieces, so I ended up going with 2 white pieces and 2 of the light blue pieces, and I also struggled to untie a few of those, as you just saw me do. And then once you are finished with cutting your pieces, you're going to want to knot it at the top. What you can also do is you can cut about 25 to 30 inches and fold it of 4 pieces of embroidery floss, and then fold it in half. And then you can also have a little loop at the top so you can have like a button closure. But then you also have to cut away one of the pieces of thread because you only need 7. You'll have 8 that way. So here I'm just spreading out the thread onto the loom, and I'm placing the colors in random slits in random order, and I was kind of at a screen, so I'm sorry about that. And now I'm just counting up 3 pieces of thread to the right and bringing that down towards the open slit. And the more you do this bracelet, the faster you get at it. And I've only made this bracelet a couple of times, and it's fairly simple. You just have to remember that it's always the 3rd thread on the right that goes down into the open slit. And then it probably took me about an hour maybe to do this bracelet because I was also watching Netflix, so I did get a little distracted here and there. And once you are done the bracelet, all you have to do is carefully remove it from the loom and then tie a knot. But like I said before, you can also add like a button closure if you don't want to have it tied to your wrist and be easier to get it off and on. And I did struggle a little bit tying the knot because a few of the pieces of thread was really short, so I didn't want it to come undone. And that's just me measuring it around my wrist, and I did make it a little too short. But yeah, that's the bracelet. I hope you guys liked this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, and happy crafting.